Oh well, let's start another run. At least now we get a chance to get an even better gold on the proving, I guess. Yeah, March in Norway sounds pretty cold. To go for like a skinny dip. But it must feel very refreshing once you get out of the water. Technically, there are health benefits to, you know, diving into cold water.
He said
you don't have to be nude for it, of course.
Why
but
isn't he here? Where's he
actually
to?
proven health benefits. Both to dive into really cold water and also really hot water for like a brief period of time.
What's going on with him?
No, but I would.
Of course.
If this once, yeah. Stop.
I've got what I need. What are they hunting at?
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the same thing for me when we were done with gymnasium. I guess gymnasium is kind of like high school, right? Somewhat. I'm not sure how it translates to high school. I don't know what age you're in when you're in high school.
Good night.
That carcass. What sort of beast was that?
The tribe calls it
Yeah, you get a big adrenaline rush from it. And to be fair, we were also heavily intoxicated, so that was something.
Many braves.
Yeah.
14 to 18? Okay, so gymnasium would be after high school, I guess. Slightly after high school.
I can use that.
Because like a gymnasium in Denmark is usually between ages 17 to 20. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of cold showers. After a workout, I always want to get a cold shower. So if it's a really hot day, I'll get a cold shower. I do take warm baths occasionally. A lot of time I'll go for the cold shower.
Look for.
Feels a lot more refreshing in my opinion.
For you.
When if you start out cold. I mean, the way I do a cold shower is usually I start off cold and then I switch to hot, like, towards the end. It's not like I do it fully cold, but it is refreshing. I recommend it.
Aloy! It habit. As you.
What's it
Caught there. Well, anyway, you know.
Tears.
Yeah, I did.
Shame that session didn't come back this year.
In the winter, I'm less likely to do cold shower stuff. But that's more just because it's generally pretty cold already.
Bad enough you're
Feels a bit
drunk.
unnecessary.
Why do you have to go climbing houses?
Well, you'll have to tell this when I'm...
Nah, I don't know about Sweden, but in Denmark there's no mandatory military service unless you get drafted.
He's wearing a... You're the... What's...
Polly.
Oh,
Wait,
But the odds of getting drafted are pretty low.
Yeah, I'm.
I thought...
She got anyway.
At least if you're male. If you're female, it's completely optional. If you want to join the military. Yeah, most people in the Danish military are voluntary. But there are, you know, still the draft. Where about, I think it's around 4,000 people each year when they turn 18 get drafted. Or 4,000 males. Like I said, still completely voluntary for females.
Oh, so this is
The only... Oh, I...
You know,
But I... All you...
You...
Oh, are...
So when I was 18 years old, I went to draw a number at one of the military places, or bases technically. And I draw a number that was high enough so I didn't get drafted.
It's a grazer.
Every male in Denmark when they turn 18 has to do that, even though there are political talks of getting rid of it. Because people in the military are currently saying that it's completely unnecessary because they have enough volunteers.
And again.
And also, they prefer volunteers over people that are being forced for, well, obvious reasons. I see mode.
I'm too far behind. I've got to catch up.
Aren't we, like, neutral in conflicts? No.
I've got to catch up.
Our military is decently active.
Slow and steady now. All you need is to finish.
And we have a lot of territory to watch over.
She was behind me.
Strong, I thought.
We only recently pulled out of Afghanistan.
Now.
Or, well, kind of pulled out of Afghanistan.
Come on now. Faster.
Wait, I forgot to do the skip.
Gotta
Damn,
keep
muscle
going.
memory. Oh well, I don't need it.
On the old trail? Is she crazy?
My PB doesn't use it, so it's not really time lost, but
Good.
oh well.
I'm gaining.
That's because I was talking.
The outcast is
Muscle memory took over there.
How'd she get up there?
Guess we're not getting the new time save, but if we still get a good fight, we'll save time.
I've trained my whole life for this. They had a tribe, but I had the wilds.
Too many of them!
The Danish military is actually fairly active.
For all mother! Take her down. Oh no! There's more!
It's not the largest military, but
How many are there?
they're constantly
How
doing
many are
things.
there?
Nice. My splits are looking like a Super Mario Bros. Speedrun right now. Good proving though.
They must have.
So let me see. We still have technically troops in Afghanistan. We have some navy patrols in Eastern Africa because of pirates. There are troops stationed in Estonia in case Russia decides to do something. The Danish Air Force patrols the Baltic Sea, or the southern part of the Baltic Sea, including Latvia and Estonia, which basically involves telling Russian planes to fly back because they went too far, which is a thing Russia likes to do, just to test defenses. Navy also patrols, of course, the Faroe Islands and Greenland, because that's our territories.
Is my mother here?
Um,
Am I going to meet her?
It's
But yeah.
complicated. Please, just follow me.
that is kind of what's currently going on. Of course, there's also the Sirius Patrol, which is on Greenland, or northeastern part of
After the
Greenland,
massacre at the Proving, a great
which
war
patrols the,
after the killers.
what's it called? The nature reserve that is northeastern Greenland is a nature reserve, and the special force, the Sirius Patrol, patrols that area.
Away.
And then the the Danish special forces have also
What's your
been
plan?
doing things in Syria and Somalia. Against Somalia because of pirates, but you know, that's Somalia.
The other high matriarchs are waiting for us. No,
That's kind of what the Danish military, I guess, is currently up to.
Nora faithful. We will soon begin.
Other recent things, of course, we have been in Afghanistan for a while. We haven't had really combat troops or in Afghanistan for a long time. The main thing the Danish military has been doing in Afghanistan is transporting VIPs from A to B in like convoys. So there haven't been active, like, combat troops in Afghanistan for a while.
I need. So, if you or do you,
And then, of course, our Air Force was back when the whole Gaddafi thing was happening in Liberia. Or not Liberia, what's it called? Libya. Our Air Force was also part of that operation.
Gotta get in position. Here it comes.
Denmark was also heavily involved in the 90s in the Balkan Wars. Mainly in Kosovo, Bosnia, and Albania.
One of these things marched with the kill. How'd you?
Aloy, I can't. You.
But
I think I know.
Also, one of the reasons why there's a large population of Bosnia and Albanians in Denmark
it
is
worked.
because of the Balkan Wars.
It's not hostile. Striders. I can test the. Yeah.
Watch yourself!
Just
So there's a lot of refugees from that.
no. If
Yeah.
isn't. I should.
Aloy,
Where would
the warp. You might.
I? This Strider is fast. This beats walking.
Actually, we did so much in Balkan to the point where Bill Clinton became the first president to ever visit Denmark.
Just got bigger.
And so far, he's still the only president that held a public speech in Denmark where he thanked Denmark for the military support. In case you are curious about that. Trump never came to Denmark. Clinton, Bush, Bush Jr., and or W. Bush and Obama. Those three are the only presidents that have visited Denmark.
That man.
Trump was supposed to visit, but after the Greenland plans got dropped, he cancelled the meeting and sent his sent the foreign minister instead. And as for Biden, I don't think there's any plans for Biden to visit Denmark, as far as I'm aware. But I believe Biden has been in Denmark before, he's just not been it while he's president. And Obama is the only president that has visited twice. As Bush and Clinton was only there once.
But no. If I'm gonna find more Chief Sona, the massacre site is.
But the second time Obama was there was because of the climate change meeting that was held in Denmark that year, where all the big states leaders came to.
Some.
What? I'm not. All I.
And I think Bush was there because of the NATO, and you know, Bush's war on terror.
I should try to find War Chief Sona.
I think he was there to make sure he had Denmark's support in that endeavor, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, Clinton was there because of the Balkan Wars.
Mother's crown.
Here she is.
You're they know what word it is. Who's you'll. I'm free. I should.
France is really nice. Denmark and Netherlands is pretty good too. There's lots of things to see in Europe. Just a little tip for Denmark though, there are things to see outside Copenhagen. I think that goes for the Netherlands as well. Things outside Amsterdam. Worth checking out.
Those machines. You can see the corruption coming off them like smoke. Time to clear them out.
Nice shot. Like Legoland? Yes. Legoland is definitely worth it. Especially Legoland Denmark, because that's the original. It can just be a little annoying to get to Legoland if you don't have a car. Because it's located in Billund, which is basically in the middle of nowhere. How is Switzerland? I've never been to Switzerland. From what I hear, it's pretty beautiful, but really expensive. Kind of like Norway. Very beautiful nature, but really expensive to be there.
Here they come. Corrupted watchers.
What a corrupted zone. Let's go.
I've done what I can to cleanse this valley of corruption. Time to see if the Karja Fort will let me pass over the mountains.
I'd definitely like to go to Switzerland one day and see some of the nature there. Still plenty of places I haven't even been to in Europe that I would love to see one day.
Black smoke, red tatters.
How many times do I think I've played through the game? Hundreds.
Sounds of fighting. Has something attacked the Karja Fort? A corruptor.
Turn back, girl! These machines are dangerous!
Can't give you an accurate number because I don't really keep count. But a lot. Trust me on that.
Where are you headed, girl?
West! To Meridian!
The way you can't.
Okay.
That was a very nice card, Yvonne. It could almost have been a gold. Bonbonland? I've actually never been to Bonbonland, even though it's in Denmark. So what? It's probably the only amusement park in Denmark I've never been to for whatever reason.
Who the killers were, how they
I don't know why, I just never been to that one.
who the woman is. One who looks like me. Why they want me dead. Olin's trail leads to Meridian. When I catch him, he will talk. And he will pay for all the lives he's ruined.
I do that occasionally, but for the most part, speedrunning is my focus. Sunny is side. Been a while since I've played through, like, story-wise, but I will definitely do it leading up to Forbidden West. As far as I'm aware, I think Switzerland is more expensive, but it's fairly close. Switzerland and Norway has the highest cost of living in any country that isn't a microstate. What country are you from, Chunky? I mean, Tivoli is just special, because Tivoli in Copenhagen is the oldest amusement park in the world. Fun fact, if you like amusement parks, Denmark has the oldest amusement park in the world. Tivoli in Copenhagen. Literally in the middle of Copenhagen. Especially go there during Christmas or one of the holidays. Because they have amazing, like, live shows. Or light shows. And decorations and stuff. South Africa. I will admit, I don't know much about South Africa. What do I think of Raheem Spelundy? What? Wait, do you mean the one in the semifinals of the Euros? Is Christiania still a thing? Yes. And it'll probably always be a thing. That was a dive? Yeah. It definitely wasn't a penalty in my opinion, but...
I had to take over my brother's shift today.
What is different about Christiania? I mean, some people would refer to Christiania as a microstate, technically. But basically, it's a small island in Copenhagen that just doesn't have laws enforced on them. So, in other words, it's the place you go to if you want drugs. Albeit, police are still around and police are sometimes do raids of the place. And it's, you know... And then there's people living on there, you know... That, you know... I guess more free living, I guess. I don't know how to describe it.
What's going on here? Olin's in there, somewhere. And so's Aaron, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Aaron said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was...
Stop.
The only thing I know about South Africa is apparently the economy has just been going downhill ever since the 90s.
A lot not many. How I
And apparently there's a lot of corruption in the government.
I don't...
Well, that's about all I know.
I need...
Okay.
I do know things about Formula 1, that they're trying to get a Formula 1 Grand Prix back to South Africa. But they don't seem to be able to get the finances for it.
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
Corruption in Africa.
Here we are.
Now I've never
Trying
heard
to
that
break it.
before.
Hold on, this...
Call it a day, girl. You're wasting time.
Let's give it a... Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt.
The estimated cost of getting a Formula 1 Grand Prix is $100 million.
A map.
So if that answers it,
They
yes.
both show places he visited.
$100 million if you don't already have an established track. If you have an established grade A circuit,
How did...
then
Wait,
it's
out.
cheaper.
I'm not... Don't act... Look, feel...
Right.
Problem is, there's no grade 8 circuits in all of Africa. But South Africa do have the old Kyalami track, which can be upgraded easily to a grade A circuit. Oh yeah, plenty of favorite games on PlayStation besides Horizon. Horizon is just my main speed game. But Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Bloodborne, Last of Us, plenty.
Help! Son, I don't want to die!
Yeah, I played the Bioshock games. I would actually also say Infinite is my favorite of the Bioshocks. Even though I know that's sacrilege to say. Because I know Bioshock 1, or the original, has a very strong fan base. But I will say I did enjoy Infinite more. 1 is still an amazing game though. Just doesn't hold up too well, I would say, gameplay-wise. And then Bioshock 2 was... It's not bad, it's just really meh compared to the other two. It's worth a playthrough if you're gonna play the others anyway. Bioshock 2 is just nothing special. Bioshock 2 is kind of forgettable.
The Nora girl.
Kill her!
No.
At least in my
you
opinion.
had your chance.
Sure, there are some people out there that has Bioshock 2 as their favorite. What? I'm just not doing shit. Holy crap, that was bad. How the hell did that shot hit the backpack?
I'm the
I have no idea how that happened.
What are
They never.
what
I don't.
when they and who
You've owned
you say
hated such.
and what
Sis-
I've heard
I
where
my fault. Yours.
yes
Then
I have no idea how that shot hit the backpack. If I only do 100 damage on the guys with the blaze backpack, that means I hit the backpack and not the body. Even though he is facing me directly. So it makes no sense how I would hit the backpack. Yeah, mounts move a lot faster on-road than off-road. So that's why it's not usually worth it to cut corners. Unless it's a big enough corner. Even though it doesn't look like it, their on-road speed is almost twice as fast as off-road speed.
it's errand.
I'm glad that's right.
Tell
No.
her
Let's
Right
start
there?
the shot. Yeah.
Oh.
Come on.
come all the way out here.
I don't know. It doesn't make
Do you get Shield Reaver in a speedrun? This is a new game plus run, so I have it from the start.
This Shadow Cargitary.
But in an any percent run, you just collect all the power cells,
Fire as soon as they set foot in the clear.
and then you go and collect it, like you normally would. In any percent ultra hard, it's still worth to get the powers or the
This is it.
Shield Reaver outfit.
Ambush happened.
These look like
Our soldiers have been
drag
over it,
marks.
but maybe that
Did someone
fancy artifact.
Of course, any percent story, it's not worth it, but any percent ultra hard, it's worth it, because the end game is super hard without it. In any percent. Then Red's defense is just means if you get hit once, you're just dead. And it doesn't actually take that much time to get the Shield Reaver, so it's still kind of worth it.
Why fake an ambush?
Take care, Speedy.
Got someone to fight here.
Uh-oh. What's that?
I think it's calling in machines. Get ready.
Terrible Ravager fight there.
These look like Vanguard
That
weapons.
sucks,
There's
because
no
the rest
ground.
of this ambush was pretty good.
Ursa's men didn't fight back.
Those Ravagers wouldn't
Those
stand
rocks,
still at all.
They're shattered. Something hit these stones.
And my mount is refusing to stand still right now, that's pretty bad too.
What are those leather straps?
Stand still, mount.
Armor straps. Cut with a knife.
Oh yeah, now he's standing still in the worst possible spot. That sucks.
Looks like you could mount some equipment on that thing. There, by the
It's
tripod.
worth it in speedruns,
I used power cell.
but in casual play, not really. The reason why we use the Shield Reaver and Ultra Hard New Game Plus speedruns is because that makes it so we use a lot less potions and medicine. Because without it, we would have to use a lot of potions and medicines after a lot of fights. And at that point, we would probably run out towards the end of the run. Meaning we would have to collect more, which would obviously lose time. But yeah, you're right. Shield Reaver is not the best armor on Ultra Hard, but for speedruns it is, because it, you know, allows you to use a lot less stuff. And there's a lot of places in this run where it's faster to take a hit than it is. It's faster to take a hit a lot of times in a lot of places than it is to avoid it. And yeah, there's also the benefit that some fall damage you don't take damage from, which allows you to do a few skips that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily be able to. There's a misconception in this game that the Shield Reaver is the best armor. Which it is if you're on lower difficulties, but on very hard and ultra hard, it's debatably not the best armor. And statistically, it's certainly not the best armor. If all you care about is taking as little damage as possible. Then you could make armors that are better. What would be better ones? I actually don't know. But with curls on one of the others, you could tank a lot of damage. Because the thing is, that a lot of people don't know, is the Shield Reavers, the amount of health you get from the shield depends on what difficulty you're playing on. So on Ultra Hard, you actually only get 125 hit points from the shield, whereas on Story, I think you get 500. And it kind of goes up and down depending on difficulty. So you can see 125 extra hit points, you know, is, you know, not that much. So technically, my health is like 925.
She's my mother.
Right now, with full health, full shield.
So far from Noraland. I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly like Psycho was saying. Armor depends a lot on the situation and what attacks you're trying to avoid.
Focus again.
Yeah, the Were Chieftain outfit is good in that sense, but it also heals you very slowly, so it's not too reliable in a lot of situations. After a fight, it's pretty good, but during a fight, it's not going to do anything for you. You gotta rock some Kaja stuff. See you into apps as well. It used to be that the Shield Reaver didn't change with difficulty, that you would just have, I think, 500 hit points on all difficulties. But that was obviously super overpowered, so they patched that in one of the earliest patches in the game. They nerfed the Shield Reaver. One of the armors, and I think it's the only outfit that's ever been nerfed.
I've disabled his focus. The rest is up to you.
I'll handle it.
But
Hey! I need to find a way.
there's an entire community of this for the speedrun that finds skips. Granted, that skip right there until Maker's End was found by me, but there's an entire community that finds it. It's not just me.
A statue of one, anyway. I'm ashamed.
Welcome to Feral Automated Solutions.
I found a lot of skips in this game, but
are being solved today.
far from most of them.
With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings
Everything
across the
scales
globe,
with difficulty.
Feral leads the world in every sector of
I think
self-sustaining.
outfits does as well. I'm not sure about outfits actually. I know weapons do. The stats on your weapon changes depending on what difficulty you're playing on.
To the dynamic chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict.
Your weapons gets nerfed or buffed depending on difficulty.
Feral remains committed to making the future smarter, brighter, safer, and always surprising.
Yeah, the stealth outfit is really good if you're into playing stealthy.
Find a way to hang on up here. So they made the
It's not going to do much for you if you actually get spotted, but if you're playing stealthy, it's going to be a great help staying stealthy.
They made machines and devices. I guess those things were common in their world.
Run status? You mean how well the run is going? I mean, after finishing the Mega Sun fight, I am about 10 seconds behind record. Which is not too bad. Yeah, especially given the early game and my PB was really good, so it's To be expected. Most of my time save is in the Nora section and at the end of the run, so being 10 seconds behind right here is not a big deal.
All right, made it.
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy alpha privileges to recover purge data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
Elizabeth, good to, It's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
Alright, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted.
Not too shabby with this run. Let me
bigger
stand
than
up for a
even
bit.
crow necessary to get me
My
here.
legs are falling asleep.
So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has
This
been recovered.
isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean?
Faro, a way up.
A file. A file has been recovered.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I'm speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command.
No stratus on the
In
furniture.
15 minutes,
My
I
bad.
meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What?
Wouldn't want to make Ted mad,
Are
would
you
I?
crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at.
Yeah,
Footing
sorry.
the bill while others get their hands dirty.
How's it going?
God forgive me.
So,
Or
but
we think
whoa. Great.
Yeah, wouldn't want him to do a genocide again. Alright. All seconds down going into the Nora section. Like I said, lots of time to save, so the Nora section goes well. Can definitely, excuse me, can definitely make time back there. Hey, welcome to the stream, Artulium. Glad to see new people here. Hope you all are doing well. I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube enough to check out the stream.
Maybe I can scan it.
Really appreciate that. Fresh meat. Ah, yes. Let me do my best butcher impression. Fresh meat. Was that good? Hopefully some old Diablo players are sweating right now. Tried my best.
The war chief's dressings for... Might be a blood trail I could follow. I should try my focus.
I don't know why my mount was so slow there, but oh well. You remember? Nice. I forgot, is the Butcher in Diablo 1 or is that Diablo 2? I never played Diablo, I just know that's a thing. I'm not sure if it's either 1 or 2. Diablo 1? Ah, okay.
Maybe Sona took it out. She could be close.
And love first boss, so that's probably why he's so remembered.
The killers are just across this ridge, digging the cursed earth. The sin of the ancients.
Never got into those types of games. Alright, let's have a good fight here. Why was he alive? Ah! Did I really not hit him correctly? Thank God I backed it up quickly. That was such a good fight.
Over the past month, accidental
Damn it.
blaze
Apparently he survived that bomb I threw at him.
explosions have killed a dozen men.
At least I was able to shoot him quickly. Probably ruined the goal split. Could have been a gold split if that guy had died from the bomb, probably.
And I've posted guards to control access. I urge you
Could
to
probably
take
still
similar
save time though.
measures, or
Just a
suffer the
shame.
consequences.
I really thought I got all of them. I guess I was slightly off with that bomb on that guy.
A blaze stockpile inside their base. I found... Damn. There's...
Blood. Please, devil. I'll
sound...
Oh yeah, it lost me way too much time. Rip. I mean, there was also the mount being slow, but still. Could have saved more time than that. Whatever, on to the camps. Oh, you started playing it because of the collab. That's interesting. It's actually funny, because I saw a lot of, when they announced it on Twitter, that Aloy was gonna be in Jensen, I saw so many comments on that tweet of, I assume Jensen players saying, "Who is Aloy?" Never heard of her. Has there been any date announced for that Jensen thing? I haven't heard anything. Horizon now has a lot of games they have collaborated with. Jensen is only one of many. Leaked gameplay of it? Cool. That might be the first time I ever see gameplay of Jensen. I've never seen any gameplay of it. Yet, I still feel like I'm gonna be forced to play it when it comes out. I've never seen gameplay of the Jensen. Horizon does not, no. But since I played Fortnite when they added Aloy, I feel like I probably should also play Jensen now that they added Aloy. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but at this point I've given up saying Jensen correctly. I'll just deal with it. I know it's like Gensen or something, I don't know. That sounds wrong to me. Me and my Danish accent think that sounds wrong. I'm not a native Japanese speaker or an anime watcher. So bear with me. Decent bag up, considering I got spotted. It hurts your ears. Well, I'll probably never talk about the game again after I played as Aloy. So, at least that's a thing. Even though it's a gacha game, so I assume I'm not really gonna be playing the game, I'm probably just gonna be buying stuff.
Sound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Base camps.
Go now.
Aloy.
We wait on your signal.
That just sounds wrong. I still have a hard time understanding how it could possibly be a game like Breath of the Wild. I don't get that. Why is people calling... I'm not gonna say its name. The anime game. Why are people calling that a Breath of the Wild clone when it's a gacha game? How does that make any sense? Like, I really don't understand how that goes together. That seems like complete opposites of each other.
Take my hand.
Specs agrees. Since when is Specs an expert on Breath of the Wild? What kind of authority does he has? He has. Decent ring of metal. I'll take it. It's a pretty precise shot. And you also need a weapon that has enough range to do it. Like a sharp shot or the ice cannon. The regular hunter bow or striker bow does not excuse me, have enough range. That shot.
All by.
Get around them.
Still don't know what a gacha game is. As far as I'm aware, it's just a nicer way of saying pay to win. Basically, it's a game that tries to get money out of you. That is how I understand it.
Rode right into that.
Pay to win is a mechanic, not a genre? I don't know. At this point, it kind of seems like it's becoming a genre. God. Got a bit of hiccups right now. I apologize. I
can get out of this.
No, Shu, that's the trap. Don't do it. Don't go to the dark side. I know that cookies are good, but it's not worth it. I mean, I don't really care. People can play whatever they want. I'm just not really into games like that at all. Because when you have the games like that, there's just no way they are not designing the game to make you spend money. There's just too much of an incentive to do that, for them not to do it.
Must have been where the support was this place. The furnishings were metal. How'd they ever get comfortable?
See you later, Seth.
It was the metal world.
Take care.
They were used to it. Haven't seen one of these since I was a little kid. It must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. 3 power lines, 3 sources. That makes 1.
I mean, I don't think season passes are that bad.
1 more.
It's more microtransactions I'm not a fan of. Season pass I wouldn't really mind. I used to buy season passes for all the Battlefield games. And a few of the Call of Duties back in the day. I don't think that's a big deal. It's more like if you spend like money on like, you know, the small microtransactions and stuff. To be fair, I have bought a microtransaction this year, but that was to get the Aloy skin in Fortnite. But that kind of paid for itself, because the YouTube video did make the money back, so... Kinda say that paid off. But that's the only microtransaction I've bought this year, I guess. But then again, I don't really play any multiplayer games these days.
What is this?
And if a single player has microtransactions, then, you know, I'm not playing Ubisoft games, so there's that.
Some kind of power cell. I wonder what it's for.
Even though I am interested in playing the new Far Cry. Is it? Ah, damn it.
That did it.
That sucks.
So the soldiers let go. They had to fight hundreds of those all at once.
Thank you, Dr. Silva.
Was not a pretty fight. Probably still save a little bit of time. But yeah, I mean, I just set up the command like that. Because if I don't have a command like that, people are gonna ask questions about Forbidden West every single hour that I stream. If not more than that. So it's nice having the Forbidden West command to answer all those questions. And I know some people have asked the last couple of days, isn't the game delayed? It's not officially delayed yet, so that's why I haven't updated the Nightbot command. Maybe I'll update it to have like a parentheses at the end of it saying, rumor it's delayed to 20. But at the same time, I also like keeping the Nightbot command to official stuff only.
Put a railgun in the hand of every civilian strong enough to carry one. Show them where the trigger is, and point them to the front. How the hell do we say
I don't know if the new Far Cry game is gonna have microtransactions. It probably will, because that seems to be what Ubisoft is doing these days, but I'm still kind of curious about it. The setting for the new Far Cry game looks pretty cool. And I haven't played a Far Cry game since Far Cry 4, so might be worth trying it out.
This is a war crime. It may be ugly, but it's something. Consider the alternative.
But then again, I don't think Far Cry is gonna be... I feel like Far Cry you can probably easily play through without spending money, same goes for Assassin's Creed and that stuff.
When can you get started?
I've already mailed you a list of
I don't think
authenticated
Ubisoft
candidates.
is the worst when it
Most
comes to
are foreign nationals or
microtransactions.
subjects of corporate
There's
holdings.
only, they have that
Extracting
XP
them.
booster in Assassin's Creed, which
You'll get your dream team.
I really don't like that, because they have clearly
Then I'll
designed the
off.
game around people buying the XP boosters, but oh well. But other than that, I don't think Ubisoft is the worst.
What is that? What? Now I just need.
Obviously, EA sports games are still by far the worst when it comes to that stuff.
What was? Now how?
I guess that's hardly shocking anyone. Oh well, 5 seconds down going into the second half here. So, still got a minute to play with, so we'll see. If we get a good second half, it's totally doable. Yeah, I mean, sure, if you know you're gonna keep playing a game and you'll get a little more out of it, then it's totally fair. I'm not hating on you. I mean, like I said, I used to buy season passes for Battlefield and Call of Duty. But I also knew I played those games a lot, so to me it was worth having, you know, the new stuff.
Watch out for the Asaron merchants. We'll soon cheat you.
You know, because in season passes in those games, you know, you got new maps and stuff. Or you used to back in the day. I don't know if it still works like that in Call of Duty and Battlefield. But that's how it used to be. And those, it was worth it, because you actually got a lot out of it.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you.
But to be fair, like, some games have season passes that should not have season passes. There are some egregious ones out there.
Too late.
Like, for example, the Doom Eternal one is kind of stupid. Especially because Doom Eternal had, like, 2 season passes, which is really dumb. So I would never recommend it in, like, Doom Eternal.
Ignore them. Nobles are like children who whine.
Because a lot of season passes don't really have enough value to justify their price.
What's the Sun King like?
But some do.
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father.
So, season passes is definitely not the worst thing. There are definitely other things that are way more egregious in the gaming industry. Like I said, microtransactions, for example. Yeah, Doom Eternal was definitely like just them trying to see what they could get away with, I guess. So, I would say if you're gonna buy a season pass or whatever they're called in each game, just try to study what's actually in those season passes before buying them. You know, because there are definitely some out there that are far from worth it. Oh yeah, season passes is totally just a form of pre-ordering. You know, you're just pre-ordering DLC technically. Albeit you do get a discount for it.
They're scanning.
In most cases, not always, but most cases. But discount is usually very minor. And of course, if you buy a season pass on launch, you know, there's no guarantee you're gonna like the game. And if you've already bought the season pass, you know, then you're kind of, you know, sold yourself off on that. So if you, also another thing, if you're gonna buy a season pass, wait until you have played the game first. You know, obviously. Try and play the game and see if the investment is actually gonna be worth it. think that hopefully should go without saying. Unless you just have the money to throw around, then, I mean, you do you, I guess. After all, I can't force people to do anything. And there's also been a lot of cases recently where, you know, even though they have sold season passes, they never fulfilled what is actually was supposed to be in those season passes, where they have like their quote-unquote roadmaps. But because the game was never successful, they just stopped making the content, even though people were stuck with a season pass. So that's another thing to be wary of.
You'll have to get past them.
You're too stingy. That's fair.
I didn't see it.
I have some friends, you know, that have, you know, let's just say they're pretty well off, and they don't really care if they just throw a little bit extra money at a game here or there, even though they might not care too much about it. Because to them, it's just like, whatever. But of course, if you're the stingy type, then you probably have no issues with DLC at all. You know what to do with it, your money, I guess.
No getting past that.
You'll have to find another way.
Think?
It's not how the world economy works. Nope. If every consumer or customer was reasonable, the economy would totally collapse.
Climate. The sooner this is done,
if every consumer in the world was reasonable, the entire economy would collapse harder than it's ever done before.
Just get to the module.
That is just a true statement of fact.
Keep moving or you'll die.
A brave trail.
Keep moving.
Yeah, you think? What do you think I'm doing? Taking a nap?
Look out! More eclipse ahead.
Bridge in sight.
That's the way out.
I know.
Solid eclipse space. Alright, the next 3 splits were really good in my PB, so gotta try to play as well as possible to minimize time loss here. Well, I've never had my own car, so can't relate. Not stingy, economical. Call it what you want. Pretty much boils down to the same things everywhere. Anyway, no new skip lol. You apparently didn't watch the video or listen to the video.
Sunfall.
The new skip at Eclipse Space is not worth the risk at the moment. Especially when my goal is just to get a 144. Risk versus reward is a thing in speedrunning.
They have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from
Need Nightbot to tell people that too? Nah.
That's what I'm hoping.
It's only because the video got released today people are saying that.
The submarine.
Ah, you must be American, where public transport is a swear word.
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment.
Oh, no? Okay.
If you want to hear about today's Southeast, head for the throne room.
I guess you're just living in a place with poor public transport. Usually that is America.
First time in the Citadel.
I don't know what it is, but America really hates public transport.
Drop from there. others.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully
anything that's
committed,
public.
equipped, and focused.
That's true.
No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining.
Sign of wealth and success.
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence.
Yeah, I mean,
ask you along
from
for
an
the ride.
American view, yes. From a European view, not really.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you
Please take a seat and wait for
We live
your
in a
mate.
tax
Please
haven.
proceed into viewing
Well, that
room
could be a
1
lot of places.
for an important
What was this place?
a holographic theater?
ZD-01 data intact. Initiating playback.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
I would say so, Shu. I feel like every country should copy Japan when it comes to public transport.
Somehow.
Because they clearly know what they're
Elizabeth
doing.
Saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
But I don't know what it is with the US and whatnot. They have so much money and wealth apparently in their economy, but they just don't spend it on proper things. Like a good public transport system. There's so many economical benefits to having a good public transport system. But it's not happening in America.
By a machine.
Intruder!
A machine
Get her!
of creation. Whatever you do, don't die now.
A lot of health there.
I've done this before.
You good?
Just need my... Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find one. Found one.
Pick up.
Looks intact. Looks like that part I found upstairs might fit here. That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Yo, nice kite. That's up. 8:30. Damn.
That did it.
I wonder if Weaver is going to be able to top that.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
That's crazy. Give me 1 second. Nice. Very good skip. Yo, Lioness. Thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the L Tribe. Enjoy emotes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got pushed to the side there. Isn't too sundered.
Welcome to Hades.
But thank you so much for the support. It means a lot.
Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would respond in some situations.
She did.
Looks like it used to hold something.
I should play Days Gone. I want to play Days Gone. I have the game. I just want to wait until I have a PS5. Because Days Gone is 60 FPS and has much faster load times on PS5. So I really don't want to play it on PS4. I actually have the game. I just haven't. I've only played the first hour. Because the thing was, a viewer of mine, Oakdale Hutch, he actually gave me enough bits to buy the game because he really wanted me to play it. And I played the first hour of the game, and then literally a week after I played the first hour of it, they announced that the game was going to be 60 FPS and faster loads on PS5. So therefore I stopped playing it and waited, and now want to wait until I have that PS5.
Another hit, and that pillar will come down.
Because if I can play a much better version of the game, I would rather do that. Especially because I have a feeling I might not be a fan of... I have a feeling I might not like Days Gone all too much, so it's probably best I play the best version of it though. I'm willing to give it a try. I just have a feeling Days Gone is not going to be a game for me. But that being said, I haven't played it, so we'll see. Or the first hour, which is basically nothing. Rip Days Gone too.
Hey!
I mean, not really surprising, but that's what it is.
Come and get it! There's components on the sides of his head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks.
I know people like Days Gone, but I don't know, I personally have the opinion that I feel like it was wrong for Sony Bend to make a zombie game at this point. I feel like people are really tired of zombie games, and that game just came out after that entire wave was over.
Wait.
Yes?
I'm not surprised there's not gonna be a sequel, especially because Days Gone didn't sell too well. And also it runs on the Unreal Engine, which Sony would prefer not using for their first-party games. So a sequel, because they would have to reuse a lot of assets, would have to run on the Unreal Engine again. Which Sony would probably prefer they used one of their own engines. Days Gone technically came out 3 years ago at this point. But still, in 2017, I would say, like, the zombie craze was already kind of over, and even then, you know, Sony already has an exclusive zombie game called The Last of Us. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's pretty successful. In my opinion, I would much rather see Sony Bend work on, like, a new IP. Even though I haven't played Days Gone. Maybe I'll fall in love with it and, you know, it'll be my favorite game ever. As it stands right now, that is, like, my opinion.
Corrupted Thunderjaw, all right. The survivors must be holed up in the land. Laurel and Sona, they're still alive.
Ay. You fucking kidding me?
We did it!
Finish them!
Damn it.
We did it!
Terrible.
Aloy did it! We only helped.
Did you guys see how he put his leg up as soon as I fired there? If you're wondering why I got pissed, that's the reason. That is so unlucky. Thunderjaw. Sometimes just gotta be like that. I've seen the speedrun of Days Gone. My good friend Hess does speedruns of Days Gone. It's a pretty long game, it's like 8 hours.
I see you're inside.
The speedrun of the game, in case you don't know.
Shall we begin?
That long.
Looks like they didn't like this store very much.
I mean, I'm not usually against long speedruns, but I somehow have a feeling the gameplay of Days Gone is not gonna be interesting for 8 hours straight.
So, what was this place exactly?
Yeah, Hess has some sort of affinity for long speedruns. I don't know what it is.
But why not?
Gotta remember, a short speedrun to Hess is like 5 hours. He thinks Days Gone, or Death Stranding is a short run because it's like 5 hours.
This is going to be interesting.
So yeah, that's my opinion about Days Gone. But keep in mind, I haven't played it, so maybe my opinion will completely change once I've played it.
The killers will answer.
Or played it properly. It's not looking pretty this run. Gonna need a really good ending to this now. Albeit, I do have time to save on all the rest of the splits in this run, so there's a chance, and you never know, we can get play skip. Not gonna be easy. Be a crazy comeback if this somehow succeeds. But it's definitely worth giving it a shot nonetheless. Also, I haven't played Death Stranding. But every time, like, Death Stranding to me, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever end up playing it. Unless I get it for free or something.
What signal's setting off my focus?
Because I'm not gonna lie, Death Stranding, like, story-wise, looks very interesting. But every time I see gameplay of it, I'm just immediately turned off from trying it. Because the gameplay just does not look interesting at all. Or let me put that another way. It looks interesting for like maybe an hour. But after that, I don't know. It seems like it gets old pretty fast. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. It's just, I guess, the way I judge it. And maybe I should give it a fair chance, but at the moment, I don't know. Maybe if I get it for free or it's really cheap at some point on a sale, I might give it a shot, but at least right now, not gonna
I'm not far from Pitchcliff. Murad said to look for his agent in the town's marketplace. Pitchcliff isn't far. Murad's agent is waiting in the town.
Hey, Gunnar. How you doing, man? No idea what's the difference in it. Apparently they added more stuff to both gameplay and story. So like extra story stuff, I guess, and some more gameplay stuff. Apparently you can build a racetrack in the game now. I'm sure there were other things, but that was like one thing I heard about.
I didn't even know it was possible.
That you could build a racetrack in it. Which does sound a little bit interesting. Not enough for me to pay like full price for it.
This must be Pitchcliff. Murad's agent should be at the marketplace by now.
Death Stranding just seems like a very divisive game. You either love it or find it very boring. It seems to be the case from what I hear from people. The people that like it really stand by it, but then there are the people that say it's not really that interesting. So I don't really know. Maybe one day, like I said, I'll give it a shot. But it's not gonna be full price. Please don't hurt me.
Spotted me.
He's not chasing, so we're safe. Snap also not on the road. That's good. We just need a good fight up here. I mean, one thing I will say about Death Stranding, I definitely applaud Kojima and Sony for trying something new with the game. And, you know, not just playing it safe like, you know, a lot of other big AAA games would do. So I gotta respect that. That being said, I don't think it was for me, even though I haven't played it. But you gotta respect people that are willing to take chances. Like Kojima and Sony was doing with Death Stranding.
Revol's men. It's about to get ugly.
I hope so.
clean shooting.
Ursa must be in there.
Surprised I didn't even get spotted at the end. Like I normally do. That was a bit odd.
Just notes about crafting. And a letter tucked between the pages. Well, I think...
Go.
Nice. Now we're only 10 seconds down. That was definitely what this run needed. So let's keep it up. Oh, thank you, Beister. I'll PB then. Oh, nice. Good mount one. So that's at least, that's at least a good thing about Death Stranding, you know? Because a lot of you know, big AAA games are very similar and playing it very safe with gameplay and story and stuff. So that's at least one thing I very much respect Death Stranding for, is the way they thought outside of the box making a game like that. Because that's not really something you see in the AAA space. Usually that's only reserved for indie games. I wish more games and devs and publishers would take more chances with AAA games, which I know is risky, but it would be nice for some more variety. PB does not have play skip, but at best possible time does include play skip. So if I don't get play skip, you have to add 18 seconds to best possible time.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted.
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new? Stalkers in the open. Watchers on the other side.
Often do I get play skip? I don't know. Hard to say. Does happen, but definitely not every run. I feel like most of the time I get the first part of play skip. More getting the second input that is hard. If you get the first part, you do still save 3 seconds. So if I only get the first part, you only add 15 seconds to the best possible time. There's 2 inputs, and the first one is somewhat easy to hit, I would say, and the second one is hard. Because that one is... Second one is not only do you have to hit it at the frame that it's active, you also have to do the very specific movement that allows you to even hit it in the first place. Whereas the first one, you just have to stand still and hit it, and you even got a nice audio cue and visual cue for when that happens. So it's the second one that's usually the issue, which is the issue because the second one saves the most time. Yeah, I know Ozzy does it with mouse and keyboard. I think he says because he can spam faster on a keyboard or something. I don't know.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Yeah, it's 2 frame perfect inputs you have to hit in order to skip the dialogue. Play skip is basically just a short skip that skips some dialogue between Aloy and Erend during the Derval mission. The Derval quest. But it saves a lot of time, so that's why it's valuable in a speedrun, but you can't always rely on getting it. Back-to-back frame perfect inputs is not something you get every time.
Mind your footing.
Like I said, the second input requires movement and like exact movement on top of it, so therefore it's far from ever being a guarantee.
Guess that's my way across. Glad that's over. This must have been where they live. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal. Elizabeth's...
The focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
This is Charles Ronson.
Years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Nice. Need to go to the bathroom doing this TED talk here.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed
just
in
fits
from
so
this
well.
side.
Because there was no...
I'm locked out of core
The
control.
TED talk that will leave you breathless.
What the hell is Omega?
I wish I had came up with that.
Alpha personnel.
Sadly, I did not come up with that. That is still a very good pun. Who? Well, I say I didn't came up with it. There was somebody in my chat that first mentioned it, but can't remember who. But not sure that was the person that thought of it. I'm still streaming, yes, as I actually have energy today compared to the last couple of days. I actually feel like I have a lot of energy today, so it seems like, you know, treating myself a little better is actually starting to pay off. Back to being able to do streams for like 5 to 6 hours again, which is nice.
That's not... She doesn't... If it...
It sucks when I only do like 3 hours. I mean, how many major subreddits are there? Like 2?
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance?
Alright, going to the bathroom. Be right back.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone, all of it, every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard! Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Planting atmosphere.
Alright, I'm back.
Forever, like
the world, not a...
Last Horizon, I don't know. I feel like people that are interested in that subreddit can find it themselves.
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
It's also not an official subreddit. I don't know how I feel about promoting it. If it was actually official, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
For our but some the truth I help because when I know
But people can easily find it if they want.
So
I'm taking
then oh.
As I'm aware, it is the biggest Horizon subreddit, so. Good time save. That Farrer is like the Dutch version of Bill Gates. Well, he's not Dutch. He's American. And I would say he's probably easier to compare to someone like Steve Jobs, given he invented the Focus, and that's what his company was built on, kind of like Steve Jobs and iPhone. Or Apple and iPhone, I guess. But I feel like he's more just, you know, your average rich CEO, I guess. Last founder of big company, tech company. That ends up doing a really bad thing. The point is that he's Dutch. Fair enough.
I've sent a message.
I'm glad
she would tell him.
Only.
If
I'll meet.
Eric, take it ours. Hey, look, when we but you were. Is it fine? We will.
Right, let's see if we get it. Even if we don't get it, this run still has potential for a world record, but it's gonna be really hard to get a 144 without it.
Or he has a surprise for us.
Is it a bomb? Doesn't look too big.
Big enough to kill us.
All right, I'll shut up.
No play skip. Oh well, just gotta play really well for the rest of the run.
That's a lot of blaze.
If that bomb downstairs goes off, it'll be just what Dervahl promised. Smoke will darken the sun. As the city goes up in flames, there's gotta be a way to stop it. It looks like a wooden bracket.
They'll have a lot of time to save on the remaining splits here, so not over till it's over. Hey, Platt.
Get to the fire and set up a bucket line. I'm not choosy.
Let's try a healer skip.
What happened?
I haven't heard a blast like that since the liberation.
Probably not.
May dress a bit too
Not unless I mess up royally on Derval here.
The tracks lead inside. Another one of Derval's.
Derval goes well, I'm gonna play it safe.
Derval did find a way into the palace.
Still haven't practiced healer skip enough to make it more viable in runs. Yo, Jay, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. How's it going? You ended early today.
Wish I could be.
Welcome, everyone. Just in the middle of finishing this run that still has some record potential, but it's gonna be a little tight. But I'm trying my best here. Anyway, time to focus.
What was that? Like fighting these things, because there's more in the way.
Dropped it!
Ah! Those majestic, murderous flinthawks!
Run instead. Or maybe not. Didn't land on the bridge. Okay, never mind. I thought he was gonna land on the bridge. Phew. He looked like he was just diving down to land on the bridge after I missed that shot.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well,
You know, now trying to...
I just had immediate flashbacks to the last time that happened.
Hey, it's
no problem, Jay.
Well,
Thanks for the raid nonetheless.
Hey, please.
Hope you still had fun with it.
It will weak.
I'm perhaps yes.
And have
now.
Yeah. Technically 144 is still doable, but it's gonna be hard. Everything else has to go perfect from here on out.
Quietly does it.
But record is still on the table here. Let's play for that.
And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, word, but exact so other.
About 3 seconds behind here.
These aren't goods, they're necessities. Won't find better wares.
You'll get there, Jay.
Boland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Alright, time for Elis. Very solid late game here, and this might be a record.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Take care, Jay. Have a good night.
Deathbringers you spoke of?
No matter what happens, I just want to say, if this actually gets a world record, it's a pretty great comeback.
Do what she says! Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
I'm gonna play it safe with healers here. Not gonna use the new healer skip because I haven't practiced it enough. So I don't want to risk the run on it. Not been feeling well the last couple of days, so haven't had too much time to practice it. Or energy to practice it, I mean. In case you're wondering why I'm not gonna
Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns.
He will cut
I did
you
not
down.
get it.
Not this
Alright,
time.
here we go.
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
Stay in cover, stay in shadow.
Healers. Into Rich.
Where do you need me?
Take up the cannon on the platform. Machines from the west.
Get on with it.
South! They're coming from the south!
Makes this a little easier.
It's kind of slow. At least that shooting was perfect. Only the bellow bags there that was slow.
But be wary.
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
Raise arms again! West!
Beautiful.
From the sky!
That hurt it.
I don't know if that's good enough. It's a good ridge, but is it good enough? I don't know. It's kind of average.
Incoming!
Alright, just need a good Hades fight. We might have a small record here. Record is still a record. It's gotta not mess up Hades. Got time to save on Hades. Wasn't this the run where I forgot to do the proving skip? I think it was. Lol.
Aloy! Aloy! Aloy!
Dad?
By all mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they?
No, wounded, but alive, mostly. The machine.
In case you don't know, there's a new proving skip.
They marched on
And
the
that was literally found today, so my muscle memory was took over for a moment and I forgot to do it. Obviously my record doesn't do the skip, so it didn't technically lose time. But still. No BS from the long leg there. Good mounts one. Get a good climb or good climb skip. Then a good fight.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. Lenora, Aaron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
No BS there, that's good.
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. I knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
Aloy! Not. We're back. Right. Well.
Alright. Let's get it.
My way's clear.
The servant is dead.
Let's go! Ah, what a good fight. Finally, an improvement. Ah, finally something. Let's go. It's not a 144, but at least I finally got something. Ah, after being playing so bad for so long. Or choking so many runs. Finally something. Happy Friday, everyone. Nice. What a good comeback. Look at that. I was down by 21 at All Mother. Down by 21 at All Mother. I was red pretty much the entire way after excavation site. Still came back at the end.
Purging extinction protocol.
Nice. K9, thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Ah. Of course, the goal is still 1 to 44, but it's always nice to get an improvement on the way. And this was, I think, the run where I forgot to do the proving skip. I'm pretty sure it was. But keep in mind, the new proving skip was literally found today, so my muscle memory was the reason for that. But oh well, that just means we can save that time in the next PB, I guess. Yo, Hesh, thanks for another 100. Appreciate it. Ah, finding some new splits to run against as well. That's nice. Been a while since we have had some new splits to run against. It's gonna make it a little interesting. Phew. Yo, and Wilkinser with 200 bits and Marin with 69 bits. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Hey, and this was the run that Seth left as well, so I guess the curse is still true. In case you don't know, my mod Seth, who is called Wolf Squish in Twitch, or in the Twitch chat, he has been in the last 4 world records, and now this one, so technically the last 5 world records, he has left in the middle of the run. So I guess he's still cursed. GG though. Because he left in the middle of this run as well. Real Dupe, thank you so much for the gifting a sub. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. The sub went to, how do I say that? Jim Dopango. Thank you so much, Real Dupe. And Jim Dopango, enjoy the emotes. And Crypto also with a sub to Lone Hawk. Whoops. Thank you so much, Crypto. Lone Hawk, enjoy the emotes. And Kirsty, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Finally something. Finally a PB.
Where was I? You were telling a story.
Oof.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe
man.
100 years.
Maybe I got something. It's been like over a month. Maybe even 2 months.
Thank God. So she called
maybe
the
even
fire
2
department,
months since I
after,
last PB'd
she
this.
took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query.
Man.
What did you feel?
I actually don't know when my last PB was.
I'm not sure.
But it's been a while, because I think I got my last PB before GDQ, and then I focused on Ghost of Tsushima for a bit. And then leading up to GDQ, I didn't PB, and then after GDQ,
what did she say?
like I talked about, I think I talked about it in this run.
Had to care.
My physical health wasn't the greatest, so my
being smart
abilities were not great and all that. So, but
to use your smarts to count
after
for
a couple
something.
of days of struggling with having energy for streams, I finally got a PB here, so that's awesome.
You often tell stories of
That
your mother.
is awesome. 145.09. Onwards to 144.
I never had time.
You got the best possible time on point. You always get that when the run is over. Because that's how best possible time works.
If you had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or
You're
her?
always gonna hit your best possible time.
I guess I would have wanted her to be
Best possible time
curious.
changes during the run, in case you don't know.
and willful, unstoppable even, but with enough compassion
Very
to
nice.
heal
GG.
the world.
And thanks for all the GGs, everyone, and
Just a
everyone
little
being
bit.
here. Appreciate it. Love you all. Hope this run brought a little bit of joy to all of you. Of course, we're not done yet. Still continuing for 144. That's the current goal in this category, but we're getting there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all.
Anyway,
GG.
that's all I've got for now, Gaia.
GG.
Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.